Josh Paul Hudson, Messianic King. And that story that I just told you, that you just heard, that's from a couple days ago, right? And what you don't know, well, in Cincinnati, it's St. Patrick's Day, and like one of the first places that God came to me was when He drove me to Nace, County Kildare, actually the home of Mary Magdalene. I didn't know that, but she's my great grandma. I didn't know all this. It's one of the first places He put me to sleep, and it's where I saw the burning bush. And I didn't even know it was the burning. I'm not here to tell that story right now, right? Which is very pertinent to everything. I'm here to complete the story of what I was talking about the dream, which the dream that I had a couple days. And the interesting thing about that is, about 4 hours after that, God puts me in jail again. He puts me in jail again. He did it again. I've been put to jail. I've been charged with 6 felonies in the last three months. They keep dropping them. They keep throwing them out of court. They keep charging me with trespassing felonies. And it occurs to me, forgive those who trespass against us. Everywhere I go, they keep calling. I've been charged with more felonies, and they keep throwing them out. I've been charged with more felonies in like the last. I'm not even committing crimes anymore. I'm not even stealing or doing any of that stuff. I'm not even stealing. I'm completely relying on God. Like, I think I've taken like one sandwich this whole time out of a store. I mean, I used to do that all the time. I'm completely relying on anything that comes to me is like something that God directs me to, and like food, everything. I have no money. But he keeps putting me in jail. And I just got out, right? Again, and I know why. And that's not what I'm going to tell you either. I'm going to finish this thing up about Satan, right? Maybe like when God chooses my side in the accusation, because I was there at the trial. I was there. I just can't specifically say which archangel was there. They were probably all there. I don't know which one was at my actual, probably Michael. I don't know. I'm real close with Michael, but I'm really close with Uriel too. And those two are really close to me. So it could have been either one. It's not really important which one it is. But anyway, back to the trial, because I was there at the trial, and it happened like it's happened a couple of times. It's happened in pieces. But like the actual finishing of Zechariah, because the angel, I'm not going to get into that because it's not important. But maybe that's when Satan and God have the falling out, because God sides with me. And He makes me the high priest, and He says, you will have a place here among those standing among you. Right? Those standing among me are Satan, the archangels, and God. Right? And I'm the representation of man. You're going to have a place. You're going to have charge of my house and my courts, if you follow my footsteps here on earth. But there's other stuff. But here's the thing, this is the important part, right? I'm rambling, I know, because there's so much to tell you, man. I never get to sit down and talk to anybody. The stories, when the book comes out, well, it already has. It's called the Bible. But when the explanation of the book comes out, this is there's so much detail here. But the dream, I was in this car, man, and I fall asleep. And in my dream, this car pulls up behind me and honks, and I'm asleep in my dream asleep. And I wake up in my dream like I'm there. I thought I was actually there, and I get out of the car and I walk back, and there's this guy in the Prius, but he's separated. I can't get to him because it was God. It's God, and I know it's God now because I've thought through it a bunch of times. It's God. It's actually God, and God's come to me a bunch of times, like in dreams. It's God messing around. God's a funny dude, man. And here's how I know it's God, right? Because I made this thing where I was making fun of all his. I wasn't making fun of him. I was messing around with him about his titles, right? I put it up on my Instagram about how it went on for like infinity, the announcement, because he had so many titles, right? And this is how I know it was God. Because first there was the separation, and he's like, because he's separated from me. And he looks at me and he goes, I respect your will, because I was bitching to him about how he doesn't respect my will and I don't have free will, right? But here's the joke that God places on me. He's like, I respect your will, right? Oh, most promising tyrant. Oh, God's most promising tyrant. He gives me a title. Oh, God's most promising tyrant. I respect your will, oh, God's most promising tyrant. Right? He's like, I respect your will. And then he says to me, now go do what I'm telling you to do before I make you go do this. He's like, I respect your will. Now go do this because I told you. Like like a double edged. It's like a double edged thing. It's like I respect your will. Now, Josh, go do this before I do something to you. It's not respecting my will, but it's got to be a funny movie, man. You know, because me and God are cool. I always do what he says anyway. But anyway, that was God in the dream. But like when I got into the car, like the speedometer was lit up and it shouldn't have been lit up. And Solomon just came up. Solomon just came up. But the odometer was lit up and I thought it was weird when I got in the car. But after I woke up from the dream, the odometer wasn't on anymore. I mean, I'm just telling you. So anyway, happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.